One other aspect that is having like changes in trends is the curriculum. There is a lot of pressure on the curriculum coming from like the lifestyle that we have. Like as I said in the morning, the debate between how much breadth, how much depth is always there. How much is enough for a high quality graduate students from undergrad is like long living debate. When would we start to narrow down the scope of the students and go deep? Is it like in the master, or it is in the PhD, or when in his career should we narrow and go deep? So this discussion is actually, like, as I said, it's always going on. And this discussion has even like had some heat added to it by the need for interdisciplinary skills and knowledge in the workplace. So now we have a lot of projects that's mixing between different departments to fulfill the need for the new like technology. For example, mechatronics, that's mixing electronics and mechanical engineering to go up for robotics and this kind of stuff. And like e-medicine, that's like taking a lot of like software engineering with medical skills, so on and so forth. Medical management, that's mixing between medical and management, so on and so forth. And this is going on, and more sort of like department or specialty is going on. Another source of pressure here is the expansion and branching of science. So 30 years ago, we would say electrical engineering. Now we have electronics. Then under electronics, we have communication, we have control, we have electromagnetics, we have so on and so forth. You go for each field, it is branching and expanding. Branching and expanding. So how would we cover all of this is really a challenge, and it requires a lot of creativity. And also, I suggest that each university to seek its own personality, whom I'm serving. So if I'm working for like a society that we don't have, for example, like nanotechnology, why should I spend too much like effort in educating nanotechnology? It is maybe like it's needed in Europe, maybe it's needed in Japan, but if my country doesn't have this technology yet, we can give it to like one specific institute to work on it, prepare the scene for it, but for the other institutes, it needs to be more closer to the society. So again, we need to be more involved with the societies that we're serving, with the needs of our like cities, our country, our region, and don't be tempted by like just following the trends that's internationally active, because we need to look for whom we're serving first and prioritize our curriculum. Also, like emerging technology is another source of putting pressure on curriculum. So now we have artificial intelligence, we have analytics, we have data science, we have like 5G, we have like satellite communication, we have virtual reality, like e-medicine, e-surgery, robotics. All of this is evolving and developing, and it requires new kind of knowledge. Who's gonna cover all of this? And to reach to this level, you need to cover like the basics. So there will be always a fight between breadth and depth, and we must seek a balance between our curriculum and the communities that we're serving without losing the like attention to like doing something beyond like developing, looking for the future at the same time. This is very critical. Like reaching a balance is very critical with all of this fast changing that is happening. There is also like for the curriculum, as I said, like students would like to go from one institute to the other. And this is also putting pressure, because cross-institutional degrees, or like we have this Bologna thing like ECTS, how we transfer from one university to the other, what is the mechanism, so on and so forth. This is also putting pressure on our curriculum and putting more requirements to keep up with the trends. There is so many solutions for this, and of course, like this is like sort of like a a spectrum of solution, and different universities should pick and choose from those. We have like a need for continuous education. The continuous education can be postgraduate, it can be online, it can be in-job, it can be public courses, it can take many different forms, but we all agree that we need to have like continuous education for even the people who are in the task force now to keep capable of doing the jobs that is needed in the market. So the continuous education is not like a luxury anymore. For me, like it looks like it's a must. You need to keep like yourself updated, the task force updated, and this kind of things, as we heard in the morning, we have, for example, Aselsan Academy that trying to bring their employee up to speed on the topics that they are handling. This is happening over and over in almost like all industries.